Ah! I'm here, I'm here. Wait. I'm trying to post another another message on Discord. Discord is lagging my whole PC. I cannot take it anymore. I hate this. Discord, stop lagging my whole goddamn PC. Please, for the love of God. There it is. It is working. Okay. Close. Close Discord. Close it. Stop Discord. Quit. There it is. Okay. Okay. Here we are. Man, what was that? What was that? Hello everybody. I was trying to get Discord to stop killing my PC somehow. Hello Olga. Hello Rosepunk. Hello bot watchers as always. Hello whoever is lurking. Hello. Well, I think my internet seems to be. Is my internet okay? Internet? Is the audio okay? I need to check. My internet really seems to be dying right now, so I don't know about it. Let me check just in case. Why do I hear myself okay? But I have like I am streaming with 600. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on here. It seems we we're fine somehow. Don't worry. It was someday, but you're live. What? Some bit rate. Yes, my bit rate. Now it should be better than before. Taking into account, I tried to set it. Oh, okay, there it is. There it is. Everything is working fine now. Well, as I wanted to say, hello. I had a tiny list of things to talk about today. I have it around here. Here it is. Today it seems to be kind of a heavy day, taking into account. I really like the what was it? The Sunday that we had. The late Sunday stream, so we will try to follow that structure, so to speak, without so much craziness as a whole, because even if it was good, then at least I feel like it was kind of crazy on Sunday, so without so much violence, we need to have some thinking, some simple thinking stream. This let me, I'm placing the message over here, and over here this, and that's it. Okay, there it is. We have let me send this. So that's, yeah, those are the things that we have to think about a little bit, and the things that I have already thought that I know I can ramble confidently are this. Let me this, not this. Look at this. Now we really are completely ready to ramble. Ready to ramble? No. But well, I guess the mic was kind of okay. So yeah. Well, in reality, before even really starting to talk about anything, I wanted kind of to say it really feels not weird, but kind of challenging to have the desire to stream so much in one hand, and also knowing that I am also at the same time really almost consistently streaming every single day. I think I haven't missed at least in the past week any day streaming. I might have, I might know. I haven't been able to fulfill the whole list of 3 streams per day, but even with that into consideration, taking into consideration, I also have a lot of streaming done, and even more, a lot of variety. For example, we had the Sunday stream. We found some activities to do with the whole. What was it? With the whole mic, also the video watching, also the background noises, and all of that. We, at the very least, I myself found kind of a comfortable place, so to speak. The only real problem I think we are kind of having right now is not that there is no no enjoyment, but rather, as I have said before, we are lacking some in real life. No, in real no, in real time feedback in some cases. But aside from that, or well, a second opinion on some things more than in real time. Sorry, more than in real time opinions or feedback, because at the end of the day, I myself find it completely fine. But for example, as it happened before, I was completely fine with playing video games, but in reality, it wasn't until I got really told that it was really bad to try and follow the stream itself, or even the videos of the games that I was playing, that it wasn't really a great idea to keep doing so, so to speak. But even with that, we we are fine. At the very least, we we have kind of made a certain place. Um, well, I don't think I have anything else to say about that. Well, yay! Really, this is a yay moment. Thank you, Kamui. Um, um, it is very great to know that Ginkgo, dear Ginkgo, it is very great to know that. I hope you have no problems in your in your tummy. It was only a burp, a normal burp. Oh no! That message needs to be to be allowed. Yes. I if you were to send me a link, I could, at the very least, when I'm done, try to watch that. If it really happened, if it didn't, at least we know we talk about it here, and also you kinda lied. I didn't say it in the way that you made it sound. You should say something that needed to be backed up. So if you are going to say things and not back them up, I don't know. I might as well not pay attention to them, Mr. Kamui. I'm so sorry, but you need to back up whatever it is you say. And yeah, the potato show was incredible. I really am thankful to Chen. I won't even try to download it, but it was great. It really was great. Um, well, yeah. I guess I have been thinking. I in reality is that I do not want to go through the hassle of setting up everything to do handcam stream. Even more taking into account that I will probably need to set it up through my phone or something like that. But I could try to make something incredible by a drawing, by capturing with a camera my hands drawing, because with mouse it is impossible for me to do anything good. And well, if you're earning money, you can commission whoever you want to make that art for you, Mr. Kamui. Nobody is really stopping you from doing that. As long as you have the money for it, nobody really is going to stop you. But well, this is a great moment to start. Before everything else, add the timestamp. That is what this is really time for. Let me add this tiny stamp where is it? Where is it? Here I have the list of things. Okay, delete this, my tiny list. Also, session. How much have we been streaming already? 14 minutes. 14 minutes of completely voidless and with no meaning behind rambling. So I'm sorry for that. 14:30. Let's say 14:30. Okay, there it is. There we have it. Now, time to finally jump into the list of topics. First and beforehand, we have to deal with the topics to think. The one I was most interested. I don't completely remember why did I go back into that idea, but it really is weird to see how much we tend to really jump back into the past and reminiscence about everything and keep remembering the most common term we tend to use for the past is the good old days, when in reality we might even have a let me close everything, sorry for the clicking. We might even have a kind of a bias towards how we see the past. I think what I was figuring out was that I think we like to go to the past because as it, and this I know for a fact, it is already proven, when we go back to the memories, we are not only going back to the memories themselves, but we're also going back to how we felt in a certain sense. Also, how we remember those events, because there is always the personal bias about anything that we live and then we remember. So it is also I think that at the very least I will say personally one really enjoys to go back to those moments and to really see I will say the past in such a nice light. And I was thinking about it in the way that it is kind of a contradiction to the idea that on the other hand we tend to think that everything was worse in the past, when in reality a lot of times we have only the possibility of remembering, if not every good moment, at the very least every emotionally intense moment, is what I think. I kind of figured out, not figured out, that sounds too pretentious. I kind of think it is like we tend to go back to the moments that we already live, because I will say subconsciously we already have the knowledge that in our own minds those were already good moments. So Yeah, it might be something kind of related with depression, maybe, because we are not completely ready, or we're not really interested in experiencing new things. We go back only to those that we have already lived, so to speak, and we tend to hang to those memories, even the bad ones sometimes, because I, and this is something that I really only remember, so to speak, from outside. But wait, thank you, Gregory, for Gre Gregory. Sorry if it isn't Gregory, but thank you, Gregory, for looking. And as I was saying, uh, I think even the bad ones sometimes we like to go to them, or we tend to go to them because, in a certain way, we kind of already have processed those moments instead of just living, or yeah, having to go through the realities that those bad days were, so to speak. So even when your memory feels like it's only filled with bad moments, it might be that you already kind of know that you thought about them, and you already have a conclusion, so to speak, about all those parts of your life. So it, yeah, there is no need to be so dramatic about how to say the things. In reality, it is kind of a very self-pressuring way to live life, to go back to all the moments that you already know were done, instead of moving on, and yeah, and doing new things. At the end of the day, every new experience might be the worst one you have, as long as you don't accept the fact that it also might be the best in a certain sense. So why would you worry yourself about thinking about the possibilities, or even trying to have a good time when you already had them, or at the very least, on the moments that were bad, you also have the possibility of making them look good in your own mind. And well, not only that, also the idea that when you go back to to a memory, you also tend to add things to it. Is not only weird, but rather feels really nice in a sense. At the end of the day, the memories that we treasure the most are the ones that we ended up making ourselves more than really remembering. Only if you, I wouldn't say it is a flaw, but if if we were able to remember everything perfectly, we might as well not be remembering so much all the time. That's my theory for that. Um, we will see when we have to deal with that later on down the line, in any kind of moment, how how do we have to attack this theory. Right now, that is what I have to say. So let me add the tiny timestamp for it and move to the next topic. I want to know, there is no way for me to make a bot instead of me having to well, even if I were to create a bot, it will only add the timestamps in a disorderly manner, rather than give me, as I do them myself, the complete context about what I was talking. So I might as well do so. Okay, there it is. Finally, next. And it was what? Oh no! Oh no! I incorrectly separated things. Do not tell me that. Do not tell me that, because I'm getting lost here. No, no, it is okay. Um, might feel. Yeah, I incorrectly separated things. I meant how The second thing I wanted to think about right now was how not taking action might feel better than really doing anything. Not how did I separate it here in the chat? Let me check. How how not taking action might feel separated better than really doing anything. Separated. Yeah, that is bad. That is incorrectly separated. I'm sorry. I meant to basically not well. As I said, the real topic here was how not taking action feels probably better than doing anything at all. At least, what I have experienced so far is that a lot of times we tend to really enjoy the idea of what could happen when we put our efforts into anything rather than facing the realities. So it is kind of the opposite of going back to what is it? To going back to our memories, or not the opposite, kind of the same thing, but with the future. We rather enjoy the ideas and probabilities that come out from our simple mind than rather the realities we went through or we have to go through. I'm sorry. question. Mr. Kamoy, yes. In reality, I have literally no problem as long as you do not insult me. You can call me lo tupo, potato, lo tupo, lo tato, potuto, however you want. It is completely okay for me. As long as you feel right with however it is you call me, no problem. Water. But well, what was it? Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I think really we tend to create kind of, in a certain sense, illusions or delude ourselves with the ideas that we might be a lot better at anything if we really, or well, this is something I already said before. If you were, you, it isn't that you limit yourself. It is that one tends to imagine oneself being able to put even more effort into anything they are doing and not doing wholeheartedly, so to speak. So we tend to really, in a sense, fool ourselves with the idea that, oh yeah, we might as well, or personal example, if I were in reality, instead of simply have a Twitter, also have a Facebook, nobody will really know how much will I blow up. When in reality, I don't even use Facebook. I literally don't even use how to use that social platform, even less to have a kind of boost around here, so to speak. Even if it is meta, it really is a kind of delusion I create around myself. Why? Because it is rather comfortable to lie to oneself instead of trying things. At the end of the day, it is what will it be? It kind of feels more fulfilling to think about things than to do them. But yeah, I will say it feels better to fool ourselves than to put the work on them and really achieve anything. Because in reality, it really is kind of horrible in a certain sense. Even if, or well, rather, you need to learn the appropriate skills to enjoy the whole journey instead of suffering through all of it when you are doing things. Think that at the very least, I will say the average potato doesn't really know or is really prepared to do. So it feels weird in a sense. But also, what isn't weird? It is kind of a lie to say that anything feels normal. At the end of the day, kind of taking it from a different point of view, what we talked on Sunday. We have so many weird things compared to nature, aside from the human nature. To nature, we have so many things. For example, we have created a paper that represents something, and it is in reality is simply a paper, and we aren't really understanding what it means that it represents something a lot of times. Do you really understand what money is about and how money affects the whole world? Because I certainly do not do. I certainly am lost in a sense. But even if we do not understand those things, at the same time we completely use them. And when you go to nature, you find that an animal tries to understand as most as it can about anything that is happening on its environment. And here, I don't even know why we tend to accept everything that happens at face value. In a sense, I I would say it is kind of boring to think all the time, so we do not worry about thinking. Yeah, that is my conclusion about that. And it is unavoidable if it gets too deep. It is also the nature of the potato. let me move a little bit more, and first and beforehand make another timestamp because I don't have that much else to add to that simple idea. 1029, well, let's say 30 for the sake of perfection. 30, 0, 0. Wait. Can I ask you something? How do you think? Why do you think it is a Japanese name? I don't know if it is a Japanese name. I didn't know, and if it has a meaning in Japanese, even more, I wouldn't know even less. Dear Ginko, I I hope you can go search for it on internet and tell us all here what it might mean, because at least myself find that it is a completely invented word, a conjunction of letters randomly assorted into a single name. Aside from the probability of being already Lloyd, a normal first part of a name, but aside from that, it really didn't have any meaning behind. I'm sorry. It completely was void of all meaning. I'm sorry if I disappointed you there. I'm really sorry. Ah, man. And well, next topic. The next topic. Why go against our own desires? I Well, yeah. The biggest thing I can say about it is that it is kind of hard to form an own opinion about it, taking into account that at the end of the day, there are a lot of point of views about that idea. So I might as well also try to take 1 second to think about it properly and to try. Yeah, I don't want to start completely rambling without a meaning behind. So. Yes, hello, Demba Fish. This is a rambling. This really is a rambling moment. Mm. Okay, I think I have it. It isn't a why, but rather why not? As in reality, we aren't really, so to speak, wired to go against what we really feel like doing. And also nowadays, at the least, you are having completely crazy ideas. In today's society, it is very normal to see each other kind of, what is the word? Giving support? No. Helping? No. Giving courage? Is courage the word? No. Being supportive. We are supporting a lot of people with whatever kind of desire they have. If that desire is not, as I said before, something that goes against the norms of the society that you live in. So, I will say there is no proper reason to go against what we normally desire. And well, yeah, the only thing I really think, the only reason I think might be a good argument about that is if you don't understand what you really desire. For example, this can be really related to the final topic of today's stream. You are scared of water, one. If you don't understand what it means to have a good hydration, so to speak, you might as well end up committing a logical failure, so to speak, because you think, yes, it is completely good to only desire to, for example, in my life, have simply the things I know are more tasty or personally better than, yeah, in my point of view, better than regular water. Why? Because I don't know why drinking only water will be better than taking, for example, a Coca-Cola every single day. There is, I will say, the most valid kind of reason to go against whatever it is that we tend to desire is the fact that we need to learn why we desire things, and we need to also understand sometimes what it really means. It really is. It isn't my own idea, but it is very related to the idea of sometimes we think we desire something when in reality it is whatever we are in the surface desiring is only related to those things that in our deepest part we haven't really paid attention to. That is something I really think is a great way to put it. At the end of the day, for example, it isn't that you desire a Coca-Cola by itself. It is that a lot of times, or not a lot of times, you have already kind of developed an addiction, at the very least, to the pleasure that the Coca-Cola itself brings to you. So you will rather have a Coca-Cola than just simply drink water. Not because you would think the Coca-Cola is better, but because you don't know that you might have a problem, so to speak, with the normal water, or not with the water, but at the very least with the whole rest of things, I will say. But yeah, there is also no point in me continuing with that. At the end of the day, as I said, these are things I want to. No, did I say it? I think I haven't kind of said it correctly. I wanted to develop proper points of view for things because I find it more entertaining to create the own ideas. No, wait. No. Stop. 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 That is the next thing. That is the next topic. So first and beforehand, timestamp. There it is. Now, really, let me continue. I was thinking that it is very interesting to develop our own proper ideas about things, not because it is something easy, or something entertaining by itself, but rather because a lot of times you might have already kind of a basis for whatever it is you are trying to base your opinions on. So if in this case you were to really try to talk about or to form an opinion on things, at the very least you will have a way to know what you really think about. And it is very, how is it, round logic. If you know how you think, you know what you will think later on down the line, so to speak. But also, you have always the possibility of, when you think something by yourself, facing that idea and that concept against the most normal, kind of things that you might face later on or in the outside, so to speak. Because if you do not even try to put whatever it is you are thinking in reality or testing it, you might as well not be thinking anything. I try not to repeat myself so much, but if at the end of the day you really are thinking something that you think is good or you value as something that might be true, you really want to put it against other possible plausible theories similar to what you are saying or contrary to what you are talking about. For example, as I remember a lot of times, the most prevailing theory is that we should go against our desires because we do not know what we really desire. When in reality, a lot of times we really, I myself found that we really do know what we desire. But on the other hand, if I haven't even thought about it myself, I will just be kind of accepting whatever I was told, as as I tend to say a lot of times. It isn't related to let yourself be completely influenced by whatever it is you are hearing just because somebody with however amount or whichever amount of authority is saying it. Aside from the most kind of understandable things like you shouldn't kill anybody, you shouldn't try to do any harm to anybody, but aside from those ideas, it is kind of neglectful of oneself to not, at the very least, try to form your own ideas about things. At the end of the day, you are only interpreting the outside world, so you might as well try to get ready on what you will hear, see, or be exposed to in your daily life, at the very least. So that is one of the many, not the many, I don't think there are many, but one of the reasons that I think it is important to try and create not your own opinion, but at the very least your own theory. I don't know if they are interchangeable words or not. I know they are something, but I don't think I have anything else to say about it, at the very least for now. Let me scrape a little bit more of my mind. No, there is nothing else to say. Really, thank you everybody, but time to move to the next topic. 42:20. No. 42:50. I was going to say thinking download ideas. There we have it. How much did I think about it? I kind of explain myself a lot more, or at the very least, let myself think a lot more on the desires one rather than here. I guess I really am shallow in that sense. I might as well try to think more about it. But well, moving on. Next topic. Let's see what we have here. Things to talk about. Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, these are very great. In this sense, it it is kind of related as to what I was trying to convey on Sunday. It is really amazing to see. Topic: the human and its capacities or capabilities or maximum possible capabilities. And I think if you were to take your time and search around the web what it really means, you will end up being amazed. Not only on sorry, what the fuck? Sorry. Not only on the not. I kind of forgot the nervous there. I don't know what the fuck was that. Oh man, it was horrible. Damn son. Why did they make a sequel? It is really a great question. It is the best question I have ever read so far. Thank you for asking that. Why? Because it was something that gave them money. Why else? Why do we have a cinema industry? Because it is something that pays. Why else? Because people liked it, so why not? That is the real question. Why not make another one when you have this statistic proving that if you make a second part, it will give you more money? So that is the short question. No, the short answer. But well, let me go back. As I was saying, it is incredible. If you were to really place your mind into finding how much the human body is capable of achieving success in completely different fields, I guess it isn't that it is amazing by itself. It is that it is incredible taking into consideration how specific, in a sense, we tend to be. As one could say, the human body isn't really that much capable of, even if you try to not think too much about it, you really have a lot of capabilities of, at the very least, for example, one of the most known ones, if you are trying to face, yes, if you're facing in reality something that requires of you a real feat of strength, you might not be able to do it, but when in your brain you understand the real importance of being able to succeed in that event specifically, the most common given example, if you were to be put in a situation where you need to lift a car from your children, somehow a tiny person with less than 100 kilos can lift fucking tons for a second or two to save another human. Somehow, a tiny person, someone who has not even trained for that, is capable of doing such a thing. And that is, as I said before, the most common one, the most known one. At the end of the day, it really is impressive to take into consideration how much in different fields we have done similar things, so to speak. At the end of how many times have I said at the end of the day? But basically, there are too many fields where it has kind of, so to speak, happened. We have it on not only on the physical feats, we have it on the whole, as I said before, technologies. We have developed so many things that are, if you were to go back to someone from the early 1900s, that person will need years to understand what you will explain in minutes. How is it that we are carrying a brick that can connect to the whole world in a sense that you can somehow be able to go through the internet, and it isn't that I do not understand it, because it is kind of easy to comprehend the simple idea of that. I mean it in the way of how is it that that was done. That's what I mean. The amount of successful connections that were needed to make in general, and for example, the fact that we are not like the other animals in a sense. We have been developing more and more tools for every kind of situation nowadays. We have made diseases that in the past were completely deadly, something to laugh about. Uh, when I would say when we really weren't completely structured as we are today, it was a normal thing to die of a cold. Why? Because there was no knowledge about how to really take care of a cold. And nowadays, it really is something, yes, something that only makes you lose some time. You need that. You know that you need to take some time to rest. You know that you need. If it is too strong, something that really doesn't happen that much, you might as well need some amounts of medication, but nothing else. It is not weird on itself, but it is incredible to see how much knowledge we have about things and how much capacities we have about learning. Because I'm trying to not say it, but as I said before, you really find a lot of things that we have developed not with time, but with the simple idea of trying to put our minds into it. But because if we were to have left those things go on, we might as well be completely eradicated from this planet at this point. What I really am trying to say is we might as well not really comprehend how important is the mind, even in today's era. That is a way to say it. Yes, that is a sentence also. That is one of those lovely heavy sentences that I hate to say. But well, with that, I feel like I have already said too much. Next. It was nothing. It was fine. It was fine. Let me change. Sorry. 51. Okay, do this next topic, and this one is really. This is the heavy topic of the night, basically. Well, of my night. I don't know about anyone else. I hope everybody's having a great day, whatever time it is. And if it isn't a great day, I hope that you can, at the very least, make it one by yourself. But without pondering so much about other things, really, next topic, why I know for a fact, almost, I will say, aside from me, 99% of those who hear this are completely, not completely, but certainly is scared of water and what it really means to have a good hydration. And that's what I was talking before. It really is incredible to see how much importance we haven't really given to something that might as well be one of the most influential parts of our daily life, basically. Because, and let me pull up the list of things, because it really needed to be put into a list. Because, as I was thinking before, well, it isn't that I personally think, no, you can confirm it yourself. A lot of times, if you do not have a lot of times, every time you do not have the correct amounts of water in yourself, you start feeling completely tired. And it isn't because you are really tired, it is because your body needs that water and because you need to be hydrated in a meaningful way. So to speak, it isn't also that we are not. Yes, it is a normal thing to be confused about the idea that you are drinking enough water in a sense, but you're not having enough minerals from the water. And I wouldn't really want to say something that might hurt anybody, but I don't think that is real. I think one of the most easy ways to check for yourself if you're taking enough or not water is to try for at the very least for a week to take 3 liters of water daily on a daily basis. 3 liters. Try it. Try to take 3 liters and you will feel it in yourself how different it is that you start working in general. One of the most common things to happen when you're dehydrated is that you cannot think clearly. It is literally a debuff on your mind. You're literally, so to speak, placing in your body a debuff. You cannot think clearly. Why? Because you haven't drunk enough water. Haha, amazing. And it, it also means something very, at least to me, interesting. Because it isn't that we do not have the ways to see if that is something that happens or not. It is that we have a tendency to ignore those key factors or those really important, not advices, what was the word? Those signals that our body tends to give us. Why? Because unless you haven't tried really to get a good hydration, you wouldn't really know. When you, for example, find that your face is having a dry day, so to speak, something that is commonly heard, at least on this part of the world. Now, today I woke up and what? No. There was literally there was no ad about that here. At least in this part of the world, we have literally nothing about having a good hydration. Aside from, and as I was saying before, the only thing that is something kind of common here is to find that people doesn't really understand the importance of drinking water. They think the importance is in taking enough electrolytes and not nutrients, energizers, energy drinks. Why? Because the only kind of ads that we had here were those energy drink ads, and that was the only way that if you didn't research for it, you were going to learn how important it was to have and as I said, it wasn't a good hydration, it was a good consumption of your needed electrolytes, something completely different and something that a lot of times can be provided by the food that you consume when you pair it up with the enough amounts of water. We really do not, yeah, we really do not completely know how important it is unless we put our minds on it. A lot of times I remember, for example, in one of the worst cases that I have seen this happen was with when we were younger. One of my friends was constantly having headaches, and I am not talking about a week or a month. I remember that he complained literally for almost a whole year until I had to spend a day with him, and I learned that boy literally had half a liter of water. He carried with him through the whole morning a tiny bottle, and when he ended up drinking that, he said, "Okay, I'm full." No, my dear friend, you aren't full. You literally don't understand what it means to drink. You literally are kind of killing yourself in a sense. That was one of the best ways to learn about it, because when I saw it, I got really worried about him, because at the very least, I I learned when I was really a kid about the idea of you need to take 2 liters of water, and later on it developed into this because I did my part of the research and I understood that, man, you might need as well 3 or 4 liters of water, and you might take 4. You might also have to go to the bathroom a lot more than just, for example, I think the kind of normal thing is to go 4 times to the bathroom for those who are kind of dehydrated throughout the day, when in reality the common occurrence should be that you shouldn't really be worrying about how much you go to the bathroom. You might as well need to go 7 or 8 times in reality, and it is completely fine to be like that. It really isn't something that you should be worrying about. If you are how is the correct way to say it? If you really think it is something to worry about, how much you are or you are not going to the bathroom, you might as well not even have an understanding about what it means to go to the bathroom. It is a physiological, common process to eliminate the already used water in your body. You cannot keep it recycling and going through the already hydrated parts. You need to constantly, when the most important parts of the water that you drink are used, you need to eliminate them. And also, common knowledge, you also are pissing a lot of times the already contaminated waters. That's why it commonly is very yellow, and it isn't light yellow or clear water. That's why you also need to go to piss. You cannot say, "Oh no, I have gone to the bathroom too many times today. I won't drink any more water." No, unless you are noticing that you are feeling lightheaded, so to speak, you need more water. Your body is very good at telling you when you have already had enough, but you need to believe it. When you have enough, you will notice. You will not. I don't know how to say it for someone who never experienced it, but I will say it isn't that you are out of nowhere go and have a blackout, so to speak. No, that doesn't happen when you hydrate too much. You will start feeling at first lightheaded, then a little bit wobbly. Then you will really start to notice that you might be very confused. But at that point, you might as well have had 6 liters of water, something like that, something completely exaggerated, not common amounts of water. So yeah, that's it basically. In that sense, because not only, as I said before, not not only you do not understand why it is important to drink water, but also, man, how good it ends up being, and how refreshing it ends up knowing that also you do not desire to drink anything else, because at the end of the day you also develop the desires, and it is something not to really to worry about if you have the money, but it is better to not spend on luxurious drinks than to spend on water. Simple water is better. You even that is the funniest part. Even if you only drink energy drinks, you trying to drink the the correct amounts of water, you end up feeling completely bad because they aren't made for the replacement of water. There is no replacement for water. So whatever it is you're drinking instead of water might as well be replaced with only water. So that's it. I think I find nothing else to say right now in my mind, nor in my notepad. Let me just check. Only in case I am missing anything. Let me. No, yeah, well, it is also, just in case I didn't say it, it is also obvious that you will start feeling better. It isn't that, oh no, yeah, I kind of promise. No, you will start feeling completely better if you work on it. And as long as you do, there is literally no problem. But you need to consciously do that. If you do not do it, do not expect to see any kind of change. Well, that's it, my dear spats. We have nothing else to talk, at least for today. So, unless there is any question for me, I might as well rate someone. It is amazing to see that I might have squeezed too much information in only 1 hour of streaming. I might have, but also, I'm sorry. You have to deal with it yourself. Haha. Let me check. Yeah. Rate them. Twitch.tv. Here it is. How much people? 6. We might as well try to do some bigger rates. Before that, let me water. 0. Over here this. Okay. I noticed something very funny. I made a command specifically for that, and I never use it, nor anybody else tries to. So this, please. Literally, you do not have to search for it. There is already a command that gives you the right message. I literally cannot make your life easier, even if I wanted to. So take advantage of that, please, for the love of God. Wait, today what day is it? Wednesday. Okay, we will write Bunkum. Let me do it like this. Yes. Potato right. I think there it is, right? Okay, there it is. Thanks everybody, as always. Thanks dear pod watchers. Thanks those who were able to stay for so long. Well, nothing else to say from my side. I really exhausted not my mind. It is a lie. I can keep going, but for the sake of everybody's sanity, I will not keep rambling, just in case. And now, raid. Go, Dirts Puts. Raid somebody. Tell them that you have the best time in your life. No. What? What did I say? Stop straight.